And welcome back to the Morning Blend with our continuing series, Today's Senior with SYNERGY HomeCare. This is Rudolph Martinez, a veteran who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease about 12 years ago. Knowing his condition would get worse in time, his family wanted to be sure he would get quality care with dignity. And we are here with Rudolph's daughter, Ruth Busalacchi. She helped her mom care for her dad and is now the owner of SYNERGY. So great to have you here. Thank you. I'm glad you're sharing your personal story.
Oh, it's an honor, really, it is.
And it's the reason that you started SYNERGY,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit, going back 12 years ago, you were working in social services at the time, right, when your dad was diagnosed?
Correct. When he was diagnosed, I recognized we have a big family, and it really does take a village when someone has a health condition. And I recognized even above and beyond that my dad was going to want dignity and he was going to want choice. He certainly doesn't want anyone to help him. I mean, many of us don't really want help, but we recognize that he was going to need that.
And you also recognize, it seems important, that you knew he was going to get worse, that it was going to be progressive.
Right. And we worried about my mother. She was his primary caregiver, and we had lots of family help, but we worried about her as well, and we wanted her to survive the role of being a caregiver. And we knew that if we got help from the outside in, that might help my mother stay healthy through the process.
Because that fatigue involved with caregiving is a very real thing. So you researched and searched for not just services but also funding,
right? Because
it's expensive to care for a loved one who wants to stay in their own home and has a health condition.
Correct, correct. My family, like most, we like to stretch a dollar, and I knew with my social service background, let me look and let me find something, and that's when we uncovered the fact. When my dad was in his 20s, he served our country, and there are veterans benefits that can help bring the care into the home and pay for that care.
So anyway, so that's a great message for anyone out there. If you're a veteran or you care for or love a veteran, it's important to know that there have benefits that you can take advantage of.
Correct. Most of our veterans served for 4 years on average, and then they've gone on to have a career in their life, and they forget that they do have benefits potentially coming to them, or even a surviving spouse if the veteran has passed.
Yeah, and how do people find out about what benefits are available to them?
Well, you could certainly call the Veterans Administration and enroll and then have your case assessed. We, on the other hand, are offering a free event that we're really excited to offer, and that's at the Greenfield Community on Tuesday, April 16th. So people can learn more about those benefits.
It's wonderful to do an educational event like that because I think people have a lot of questions and they're not sure about what benefits are available.
That's correct. And you don't have to go to the VA for all of your care in order to receive those benefits. That's the wonderful thing about it as well.
And then what SYNERGY does as a result of caring for your dad, and I love those pictures, by the way. We're looking at video now that kind of helps show people what types of services SYNERGY provides to help people live in their own home comfortably and with dignity, like you said. And you do all sorts of personal care, housekeeping, laundry, meal preparation, grocery shopping, transportation, medical appointments.
Correct.
You can get them too. But it's also companionship and respite for the caregiver.
That was the pleasant surprise that we all had in our family. You know, having someone from the outside come in. My father loved his caregiver. He looked forward to those visits, and she also enjoyed the conversation with my mother, and they talked about gardening. And so it really was such a blessing for our family to have somebody from the outside provide that personal care so that my mother wouldn't have to do all the personal care herself, and my father really gained a lot from it, from the experience.
I think that's wonderful, and that's why you started SYNERGY. I love the picture too of you guys, by the way. We were talking about it during the commercial break, sort of that change in roles from him taking care of you as a child, and then as we become adults and care for our own parents, then you're sort of looking over him.
Right.
There he is holding you, and then in the other picture, you're sort of caring for him and looking over him.
Yes.
It's really sweet. And what a wonderful thing to do as a result of that experience with your dad, to start SYNERGY HomeCare. I want to make sure people know that this educational event, it's happening on Tuesday, April 16th, that you mentioned, is free. It's open to anyone. You're going to talk about veterans benefits for the vet as well as their surviving spouse.
Correct.
I want to make sure people know about that as well. It's at 1:30 p.m. It's at the Greenfield Community Center. And for those who are attending the presentation, they'll receive a ticket for the the annual Greenfield Veteran Recognition and Ice Cream Social, which is really neat, and that's happening May 23rd.
Correct.
Okay, here's the number to call, because I know you're always happy to talk to somebody, to do in-home consultations. It's 414-763-8368. You can also go to SYNERGYHomeCare.com to learn more about all your wonderful services, as well as benefits for veterans.
Wonderful.
Great
Thank
to see you, Ruth. Thank you so much.